So today I would like to tell you a little bit more about how artificial intelligence AI can help online retailers to grow without any investment for your site to spend the time to managing the sophisticated marketing tools and activities. Okay, first of all, artificial intelligence is not really new. It started to happen in 15th, last century, because of the Alan Turing. Alan Turing proclaimed something test. What do you mean by artificial intelligence? So he developed a test. The human evaluator would judge the conversation between the computer and between the human. He doesn't see his the computer, the guy who is speaking with, but he make a conversation and trying to judge if the conversation makes sense. If he can be cheated by the computer is answering giving the answer with some sense, he judges, okay, this is the artificial intelligence. Today, the artificial intelligence is just a technology, just a set of algorithms, the machines that can solve some particular problems, some typical problems that we cope in our life in the automated way, in the smart way, in the intelligent way, just to support us to achieve our goals. So the artificial intelligence, you probably have had some experience with AI. For example, the styles transformation. We can bring some our photos, some famous paintings, and we receive the results of combining the styles for our paintings. Then we have Tesla. Everybody knows about the Tesla. The Tesla didn't decide to create their own rain detector like a hardware. They decided to create the rain detector by recognizing the drops on the window glass by the image analysis. So the AI can analyze the drops, and if they identify the drops, it starts to work. The other predictions come from our AI vertical. I don't know, guys, if you have any idea what can be bought together with the sexy doll. Usually there are a lot of answers in the conference about the gadgets, but the people are buying pump with the sexy doll. Just because. So basically, if we go deeper to the prediction and if we start to analyze the real behavior of the people, we can discover very uncommon patterns. When we realize that, so we just grab it that it can make sense. So, but everything starts with the data. Today there are a lot of conferences, a lot of people are telling about the data, that we have to collect the data, that we need to have the data. How many data do you have? How much do you invest in your data? So the first question is, how much is your big data? I would say here that it's worth nothing. The data worth nothing. It's not a new oil or some of the people are trying to tell. The oil you can just mine and you can just sell. The data, you must work on the data to generate the value. But first, let's go through what does it mean the value for us. For us as a businessman, as an e-shop's owner, the value is when we have the money on our accounts. That's it. The money talks. So if we don't able to earn money, we are not generating the value for our companies. So if we just have data, we only have the cost to manage the service. So the other question is, what does the value means for me as a person? For me as a person is a free time. If I can spend my free time on entertainment, doing the things that I love, for example, go to the beach, do the surfing, do all the stuff that everybody doing in the free time. This is the value for me. If I can combine it and use the data to generate the value for me and to generate the value for my business, I can say, okay, the data generates a value in general. So only if you take the real marketing actions based on the data, you can earn the money. Only if the data the effort that you need to put to the data doesn't cost too much to generate your value for yourself, so you have the free time. That's why you need the AI technology for your daily business, to cope with all of the marketing activities that you are doing to convert your customers, to retain your customers. You don't need to bother about that. You can involve the artificial intelligence technology to cope with the problems. And the artificial intelligence today is a big science. You can recognize the image, you can classify the image. I don't know if you guys play with the Google Arts. The Google Arts is the apps that you can install, and you can discover a lot of artworks worldwide with the AI. For example, there is some segmentation that they perform to segment the most similar arts and cultures products in one segment, so you can discover it. It's very, 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 very engaging. You can predict the futures. You can do the recommendations. You can do everything based on AI, like a Tesla does. How to identify the drops on the window, not just by detecting that it is wet, but just detecting by the images. So I'm not because the AI is something like that the machine can behave like a human to solve a particular task. To behave like the human, we need to have the data about the interactions. How we are able to grab the data about the behavior, how we can use the data with the machine learning to discover the knowledge, and then to incorporate the technology based on AI to make a decision and take the real marketing actions. It replaces the normal task. So let's go to the commerce. Usually we have everybody knows the offline sales style. Usually when you go to the offline store, we have the shop assistant. Shop assistant is a very smart guy. He's asking us about our needs, about what is the reason that we visited the store. So we started the conversation, the interaction between us and the shop assistant. The shop assistant, through the conversation, through asking the questions, asking us what we really need. And finally, he goes to his shelves, gets some products, and say, hey, it's the products for you. If you like it or not like it, I will try to find the most relevant product that meet your needs. In online, we cannot see our customers. We just see the numbers, we just see the data. So we have only 90 seconds to find out what's the reason, what's the needs of the customer that are visiting our stores. So basically, we are not able to hire 1,000 or 1 million shop assistants to serve each customer that are visiting our store. But the customers tell to us by their interaction, by their behavior, by their data, what product they are watching, what product they are browsing, what keyword they are put on the search engine in the shops. It tells us what they want. If we are able to collect this data, if we are able to interact based on that data and take the real-time marketing actions in 90 seconds, we can win the customer's loyalty, we can win the customer's conversion rate. Today, to sales online, of course, you need to have the online shops. But, you need the traffic to the store. If the traffic has already come to your store, you need to have the conversion rate. You need to convert the people, to don't let them go away. So you have the 90 seconds to convince customers, say, I have a product for you. So finally, what you should have, if you have 1 million customers on site, or even if you have thousands of customers on sites at one time, you should have 1,000,000 different versions of your web shops relevant to each customer's taste. Because everybody likes when someone is talking, if somebody is talking to me personally, not just in general statements. Hey, how are you? I like you, right? Okay, hi, Paweł, I like you because of something I've done recently. I like you because we have the same interests. So if we are starting to communicate with the customers in a personalized way, the customers feels okay. These web shops take care about me. These web shops try to make easy the shoppings that I'm trying to do. these shops not selling me the products. These shops helps me to buy products in the store. So what kind of artificial intelligence application can we have today in the e-commerce? First of all, is the recommendation engine. Recommendation engine is just to match the customers with the product they want to buy. Usually there is more than 100 strategies how to recommend the products. Let's start with the product page. The product page is the most important page on the store. Usually about 80% of the traffic goes to the product page. The customer starts their journey with the product page because they search something in Google and visit your store for the results of the search. If they go to the product page, if they don't like the product page, they exit. They going back to the Google and try to find the same product they want to buy in the other shops. That's why on product page, you need to start to engage customers, not only to describe the product that you want to show to the customer, just to engage customers to browse more products that you have in your online stores, not just this one. That's why you need, for example, the alternative product recommendation that we tell is the products that other customers also consider to buy during visiting these products. The other things, what we have the cross-selling recommendations. This is the example with the sex doll. If I already bought the sex doll, I will be recommended by the pumps because I need it. The other example is what customers are buying together with drill. Of course, drills, but also the electricity cable detectors to the walls do not be kicked off by the electricity. This is generated by the data, by the license recommendation. If we show the cross-selling recommendation to users in the right time, we win their engagement. We inspire them to the additional purchase. The other thing, the homepage. The homepage, everybody takes care of the homepage because it's the representative of our web stores. But the homepage is visited usually by the returning customers. The most popular things that on the homepage that we can see is that there are promotion of the best sellers. Why are we showing the best sellers to our returning customers? We should invite the customers with the personalized product recommendation, with the most relevant content based on their last behavior on our store. Because we already know the customers. We know if they bought or not bought, what they were looking for the last session. So let's invite them with the personalized product recommendation because there are returning customers. The returning customers because they already know the brands. So if they know the brands, they type the brand's phrase in the Google with your shop's names and enter the homepage, or they already remember your address. So the homepage is for the returning visitors. The other things, the customer's lifetime value management. What Brad said in the previous presentations, the most valuable are returning customers. But the managing the lifetime value in the e-commerce store with the emails are very standard usually. Because when we go deeper, when we start analyzing the life cycle of the customers in the web shops, we have to grab the email. First of all, we will welcome the customers with the pop-ups. Hey, we have some promo codes for you. Just subscribe to our newsletter, so we pop up the welcome email. So the customers left the emails and we give them a promo code. Then he's trying to engage more in browsing our product catalog. So when he abandons the site, we can send in remarketing emails with the products that is the most relevant to the personalized emails. Then there is the other stage of engagement, the cart abandoned. And we went to the cart page and abandoned the shops without buying. So we send in the emails with the cart abandoned. Then we have the first transactions. After first transaction, if you do nothing, we have the one-time customers. So it's the lifetime with our customers ending. If we keep communicating with the customers in a smart way to adjust the content that we would like to sell to the user based on the privacy price, the personalized content. If we send the promo codes related to the particular customers, which enhancing viral, if we starting to sending them the emails, we miss you, we start keeping the relationships. And we are waiting for his next move. And next move starts with the beginning. The session dependent cart abandoned, the first transaction, the second transaction, etc. Everything can be automated. And the AI can manage on the customer level the interaction with the user, the email campaigns, to adjusting the email content as well, the frequency of the contact with your customers, because it can be derived by the data to maximize the conversion rate. And of course, personalized emails, personalized messages. Because if I receive the emails with some general promotions, probably I will not react because it's not for me. If I got the emails because of you, last time you bought a PS4 console, so we have some gadgets for you, or we have some very engaging games for you because you bought something, I will be interested. Or if I'm interested in particular books or movies or CDs, if I receive the emails with some recommendations which are dedicated for me, I will engage. Because the email campaigns, I will not treat it like a spam. I will treat it like something that advises me what to buy, what kind of products are for me, and what product I should buy to save my time for looking the products on the internet. Then, a lot of banners. We have a lot of promotion banners on the site. And usually we put 10 banners on site to just attract the users, instead of putting one banner which is targeted to the particular segment of the users based on the interest. If I already know the users about their interest, I can target particular promotion banners to the users directly on my site to the particular segment, not bother other customers with some promotion that I am not interested in. The behavioral pop-ups. Do you have any idea why you are clicking with the right button on the product name? Does anybody have an idea? You want to copy the product name and paste it in Google to search in another store. This is the reason. If we react on that situation, if we can identify that situation with the exit pop-up, exit intents pop-ups, we keep customers engaged in our store. So this amount of events to predict the exit intents, there are a lot. So the AI can identify such events and react at the right time to the customers. Hey, stay in my store. I have something for you. So there are other pop-ups that also might be interested to keep engagement and increase the customer's value, like the pop-up which can be added after the adding product to the cart. When I'm already add product to the cart, if I have a pop-up with the cross-selling recommendation, what product I can buy together, I will probably buy it because I'm really focused. I remember what I'm already buying, what I'm already add to the cart. If I got the cross-selling recommendation, smart cross-selling recommendation, I will probably engage and add more products to my cart. So the final results, of course, of the AI for the e-commerce store is the sales increase and save your time. Because you don't need to be an expert to manage all of this stuff that I'm presenting. You just need to have the technology that can cope instead of you with such marketing activities. And if the technology is smart, it can help you to grow more in an automated way without need to engage your idea or hire the other marketing person to cope with the system. This is the example from Toast. This is the jewelry brand. What our algorithms find out is if we recommend a little bit more expensive product to the users with jewelry, will increase the sales. Because if we think about it, when we go to the normal shop to buy jewelry, we try to buy the most expensive jewelry that we can. Because it's the jewelry, this is the basic rule. And finally, after implementing the AI system in such category, we increase the sales with 15% within 1 month. The other example is the example from the Czech sex shop, Różowy Słoń. This is the A/B test. We compared the website with AI recommendation of all the marketing activities, comparing to the manual e-commerce manager job. So we showed that the AI can be much more smart, much more real-time based decisioning on the web shops. And can behave much more smarter than any e-commerce managers try to be. So the results after a month was increasing in the 11% of the sales and about 8% of the conversion rates. So, but the AI sounds a very sophisticated technology, but you don't need to know to be expert in the AI. For the e-commerce manager is this really quick, because with the QWERTY-Con, you're just adding one simple JavaScript code to the page, and that's it. Because we really take care how the system is set up on the page, what kind of data we should grab, how to apply the strategies for the particular web shop. So you don't need to bother, you don't need to be doctorized in the system, don't need to engage your IT resources to have the AI on board. So it's a really, really quick win. So finally, I will post this presentation on the LinkedIn. So if you would like to have this copy of the presentation, or just to have a free audit about your web shops, how does it perform, just give me a like or the comments. I'm just doing my image here. So I posted in the minutes in the LinkedIn, so you can grab and download the presentation if you like, or the comments of the presentation.